one thing that I always make a point of now when I talk to people from the US or from the Western world or just anywhere abroad is that we actually, as Westerners, have really ignored Ukraine for too long, and we know so little about Ukraine and Ukraine's contributions to world history, but also to the world nowadays. And I always tell this story.
And Ukraine, Kyiv, pre-existed Moscow.
Also, by the way.
Something little like that.
Exactly. But even really modern things, like I was at a party in New York after the full-scale invasion had started, and somebody was criticizing aid to Ukraine. They were inebriated and sort of came over to me to tell me that, this is sort of nonsense, supporting this country, blah, blah, blah. And I tried every argument to convince this person that it was worth it, and nothing was working. And I finally said, well, Ukrainians have contributed a lot to like technology. They're a part of our, of our Western world and the things that we use. I said, for example, did you know that WhatsApp was invented by a Ukrainian? And she said, no, it wasn't. So people have such people know Ukraine so little that they think it's almost impossible, right? Because in their minds, Ukraine is like some, I don't know, farm country in Eastern Europe,
It only feeds the world.
Right? No, exactly. I mean, there's that. And then one of the founders of PayPal was Ukrainian. One of the founders of Revolut, this, fintech company, was Ukrainian. Like we actually did an article, which is 10 companies you didn't know had Ukrainian roots. And like, it's shocking, I think, to people to find out that all of these technologies that you use every day were invented by people who were born and raised in this country. And if you let this country go, think of all the future technologies and innovations that you might be also letting go.